Look at this! Whoa! We're live again! Whoa! I can't believe it, guys! We're live! My God! It's almost 10 o'clock at night, and we're live! Making like 100, I think, pink tanks. What's up, Mr. G? I just saw your comment. No, that was really bad timing on my end, because my friend, me and my friend were talking, where he goes, dude, I gotta take a piss. Go do your live stream. I'm like, okay. So, I'm gonna get through these probably, like, last 30-something tanks here. Yeah, you'll always be Mr. G on my end. Is there a water bottle down here? No. Instead of Mr. G. But, I mean, these new tanks don't look too bad. Not too shabby. The colors are nice. I'm excited to finally get them done. Well, that's fun. Good for you, man. Yeah, I've been incredibly busy lately. I made the whole Bed Wars video in like a mild rush. Oh damn, dude, that's sick. 17K? What did you unbox? Now you got me curious. Was it a short or was it like a full-length video? But yeah, that Bed Wars video was pushed out in a rush because I wanted to get something out in between what I was going on. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gotta be neat. I'm not into too much anime. It was a short. I know those get more views. They definitely get more views, yeah. I've been experimenting with a lot of shorts lately, and there's definitely more viewage than likes or comments or whatever. But still, 17K is really good. I think like my peak was like over 9,000. Not trying to do a Goku reference, I guess. I was sick over the weekend. I still got a nasally nose and congestion, but I went to school today. So that's a start. But yeah, I really just need to get these last tanks. I think we're at like 260 something last time I checked of tanks we need to make. This will cut down 100. We'll be at 168. And then hopefully we'll get more subscribers. If not, cool. I get to catch up with more debt. I need to like do maintenance on my 3D printer though, because it needs to be re-lubed, which I'm really hoping I do have the oil and whatnot it needs. I think I should. From the Sleepy Marget said hi. What's up, Sleepy Marget? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, tanks have been on an all-time low lately, but I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things and catch up. Do I have lubricant? I'm curious. Bamboo lube. Got that. I think this is empty. There should be like little things too. Yeah. Yeah, I should have some stuff. Is this used at all? A little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's probably just a bit dry. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing pretty alright. As I said, I'm just now getting rid of the remains of a cold, so I'm like a little nasally, but I'm alright. Yeah, do more trends and 3D print something that's like really liked for people. Like those robots from the game called Repo. I have seen that a lot lately. I've been curious on that, but to be honest, like I'm not too interested in like continue the whole 3D printing scandal I've got going. Um, I've made my part, and that's really all that I'm happy about. Um, yeah, you know, like the Wii tanks grew so big, compared to everything else that I've made, and because of that, my channel hit 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. And I owe it all to you guys. But that being said, as much as I love it, it's still not something I don't wish to bury myself in because of that fame. Because otherwise, like, as I have been lately, miserable from the whole situation. And not like miserable because of you guys. I dug myself into this own challenge, and I get that. But I'm saying, like, if I'm going to keep my channel going, it's going to be my own way after this stuff is done. That being said, I'm not against any new 3D printing stuff. I do like 3D printing. This thing hasn't even been touched since these pink things have been printed, which was like maybe a month ago now. But I don't know where I would even start with printing at this point. I've been kind of getting back into Star Wars a little bit, so a clone trooper helmet would be really cool. Fun stuff like that, practical things. How many tanks do you plan on making? The debt is like somewhere between like 300, like 2 to 300. I've done like really simple calculations to where I think I'm giving you guys extra anyway. But to where I don't think it's going to be like dramatic enough to where somebody's going to be like, well, if you calculate this much by this much and you count every single tank on the table there, that's like down to, he owes us, whatever. I don't know. If somebody does do it, I'll print more. Like, I'm not trying to hobble into it because I think I'll be there all day if I try to. But I've done like basic calculations to get back where I need to be. Are you still focused on beating Josh, the gamer, or becoming his friend because you seem friendly on Bed Wars video? Bed Wars was fun. I've never hated Josh. He came to me with a challenge for no particular reason. And that was conflict a guy named The Real Cyber Army actually started that told Josh to do that. And that's what made the Wii tank so big. His whole PS tank thing is done. He doesn't want to admit it, but it's done. I don't see myself. I do want to beat him. That's the goal still, because that's what I promised all of you guys. That's something that this whole series is based off of, and that's something I still want to give to you guys. Is it my own passion anymore? Not really, but I'd still like to, because the whole goal here is to try and hit 1,500 subscribers to throw them out of the water. And that conflict is still stuff I want to take part in. But if we don't get to that, 1,500, because that's still like another 200-ish tanks. I'm pretty sure we're at 310. So 190-ish tanks or so. Which isn't bad, and I might be able to produce with what I got left on this current roll. But either way, like, yes, it's not my own personal goal anymore, because especially his channel is just, like, really dead now, and he's also been doing his own thing. So the whole thing kind of just died out, as an equal to both of us, but I'm still over here dedicated and giving constant updates with community posts and shorts and all that kind of stuff. To where the point where it's actually became a more personal thing, which I'm really happy about. you guys seem to care about my personal life. As a majority of you may know, I started a new job that I'm still having a great time in. I don't necessarily want to say where, only because like it does kind of expose my area because of how rare the store kind of is. But I will say that it is in grocery retail, and the amount of different people I get to see and the amount of respect I get compared to my old job at McDonald's, it's a lot better. And it's a very happy and healthy environment that I'm happy to be in. I have an idea. If you want to hear it's on a Star Wars build, you can shoot it. I'd be down. I've definitely like pondered of the. Sorry if I got my own rants, by the way. That's kind of like I feel like the commentary here is what makes the streams kind of mine. I need my water bottle though. There's definitely been like projects that I've wanted to do with 3D printing. What's up, Mag? Welcome to the stream. I think I remember you, man. I don't know. That Mag sounds very similar. Isn't that like an abbreviation of something? I could be wrong. It's been a while. Well, I'm glad I did remember then. It's good to see you all again. This is nice. And like this is what I missed with the Wheat Tanks though, because again, this is what I like. I like talking to my community. I like doing these streams, and I like running these things at what looks like maybe 30 frames a second. It's fun. And you guys are crazy. I still remember that one stream. I don't even know how we got that many viewage, but we had like 30-something viewers, over 100 likes. It's probably the most popular short stream today. It was awesome. And I got to talk to so many of you. I got to associate with so many of you. It was on, like, I guess, the peak day of streaming, peak day of Wheat Tanks, whatever. Maybe a majority of the accounts were bots, I don't know. But it was such a good feel with the community that I guess I'm kind of making. So you can upload Star Wars things. It's a month, so you can get more views and get 1,500. That's not a bad idea. It's just my initials. Yeah, that's what I vaguely remember. Man, I really do need my water bottle. Still in a wheelchair, lol, but got the hang of it more. That's awesome, man. I think, yeah, I do remember that. I forget the cause of the injury, though. You can make a silver/gray lightsaber handle with multi-layer smooth blade at any color and spring on the bottom to shoot the blade up, but not at all the way up the push of a button. What's up, Penton? Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, guys, my throat is hurting. I'm still recovering from a cold, so that's why I sound kind of nasally, and my throat is really dry. Give me just a minute. Let me go get my water real quick. Hydrate break. But I love talking to you all. I'll be right back. I drank this all the way going down. Ooh, you know what? I should get like a jawbreaker. I should casually have this right here. That'll help my throat. I'm totally that kind of guy that would just have a whole bunch of random crap, but useful crap in his area. So yeah, High Penton. It's a mun on his month, maybe because more views. Man, I even forget the reason why I lost my legs. Because sometimes bad memory gets the end of me. Okay, I get you. Especially May 4th. Yeah, no, I get the whole Star Wars thing. Man, this Jawbreaker's making a hot dog. It's definitely a good idea. No, I'll consider it. But I feel like if I were to ever do a project like that, it would be more for me and not like constant updates that I would give compared to the Wii Tanks. For sure. I'm dyslexic, Mr. J. Okay, you know, I'll go back just to read everything for you. Okay. You can make a silver / gray lightsaber handle with multi-layer smooth blade. Any color with a spring up on the bottom to shoot the blade up a bit, but not all the way. Push of a button. Yeah, I get the concept. I might not be saying it right, but I know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to like dumb you down or sound stupid. I mean, I do sound stupid, but like I get it. We're all aware I don't read right. Though I guess I do read better than Josh the Gamer. I was playing the 360 version of Minecraft with him, like the Legacy Minecraft or whatever, and he couldn't read interface, which I get is kind of like a weird word, interface. But that's like the main settings icon, and he couldn't do his settings because he didn't know how to read it. Which, you know, poor dude. He's really lacking his education. And that might not be his fault. I don't know. But God bless him. It starts to have some company while doing that. Yeah, I always like talking to you guys. I appreciate the streams. Yeah, I love doing this. I love talking to you all. I love being engaged with my audience and having fun, enjoyable conversations and segues. I'm glad I'm able to provide that for you all, for sure. Ugh, my nose is so stuffed. Pardon me. Ugh. But yeah, you know, this channel has become kind of personal to me. And I don't mean that in like a practical sense. I mean like I've made this channel like almost kind of a vlog time to time. And I've said a lot of stuff about me. And as I said before, like one of them being is I've started a new job and into a disclosed location I won't share. Nothing like black market or anything. It's just, it's a grocery store that is kind of keen to my area, and I don't wish to dox myself just yet. But either way, I've been doing really well there. I've been wearing this signature, I don't have it on me, but it's this Game Boy watch. And every other customer is like, oh, I like your watch. Oh, your watch is so cool. Where did you get that? All that fun stuff. And, like, it's kind of re-inspired my whole, like, love and passion for Game Boys. Lollipop? Lolly! licking the toilet. No! She's... Get your ass away from me. I just saw you lick toilet water. We have a bathroom right across the hall here. No, go. Go, she's getting closer. What was it? But yeah, so these people noticed my Game Boy watch, and it's always fun associating with them. And it's re-inspired my whole love of Game Boys, because for a while, I saw this device, and then I'm like, well, this big, chunky handheld thing is pretty cool, but it can only play these longer cartridges. And if I want to have the true Game Boy experience, I'm going to want, like, the Game Boy Advance. Oh, but the Game Boy Advance plays games weird. So what if I get the Game Boy SP? And, like, it just kind of evolved from there. And when it came to that point, I'm like, well, this kind of sucks because now everybody likes this watch that I have. And now I really want to have, like, a visual representation. I'm like, oh, you mean this thing? So I've cracked out this old thing, which is my first ever shell-swapped GBA. And the colors are fantastic. It's this chrome kind of silver with this beautiful red see-through shell. It still feels great. The triggers could use some work for sure, but like this was like this is what inspired my retro gaming passion. And I really want to try and get this thing to work because maybe around 2022, maybe early 2023, this was in a world fair of mine. And I was talking about the whole, I wonder what happened in that whole box we had. But this was in a world fair of mine, and I was so curious. I was talking about the whole, like, reverse yellowing process with old consoles and how older plastic can change color over time from the UV rays of whatever, and they can grow yellow. And this was just a reshell thing, part of its own little section of that. And it was playing Tetris. I had my own little kiosk. So this was just playing Tetris while I'm talking about my thing, and maybe like 45 minutes later, I'm trying to turn this thing on, and while it's playing Tetris, and I see that the screen's doing that, you know, I'll do it again for you all here. But the screen there is not seeming to work right, which was odd, because I don't know what happened. So I think it's some kind of ribbon cable issue, which is what connects the screen to the motherboard. Which is fine, that's fixable, unless the motherboard is, the ribbon cable is damaged, because that's its own thing. Or, alternatively, something fried in the system, because that could also be a possibility. But, I really want to fix that, because next time when somebody notices my watch, I can just be like, oh, you mean... This is really anticlimactic. Oh, you mean this thing? And they'd be like, oh my god, that's my childhood. Oh, whoa, yeah. So it's just like that kind of like, that's what's getting me back into this kind of stuff. And there's so many good games on here. I don't know why I'm not fixing this sooner. This has maybe been sitting around in my room for like 6 months to a year. Maybe more. That's how much I haven't touched it. Yeah, let's read some chat. If you do build a lightsaber, please make a short on it when you're done. If any 3D printing project comes around, I will do a short on it. That I will try. Somehow teachers found out a way to get me in trouble with my wheelchair. That sucks. I be rolling. They just be hated. Sandon's plush staring at my soul. Like, he wants my soul. He's there. Yeah, that's another thing I've actually been doing lately. I played Undertale, actually. That's been really fun. My friend bought it for me on Steam. Tried it, got like one of the most basic endings to the story at least. And my friend's like telling me I need to replay it for the pacifist ending and whatnot. And it was really cool. I liked it. Overall, just really a really well made game, and it was kind of my own like silly passion that's kept me playing it. I don't think I'll ever play Deltarune, especially with the new chapters coming out and the Switch 2. That's its own story from another time, or another future thing to figure out. Also, I got new legs. So you're in a wheelchair, but you got new legs. So you're... Okay, I might be blunt. You lost your legs. They're gone. But you're... I would assume getting... They were amputated maybe for some kind of reason. And now you're getting amputee legs? That's my understanding here. I want to know. I'm genuinely curious. Legs disappeared, yes. Do you sell any 3D printed stuff? I do not. I've not gotten to the stage of my channel where I've been monetized. And I've been thinking about like Etsy and whatnot. But like with stuff like this, I would really have to overcharge with it. Which I don't personally want to do. Because I don't want to charge you guys anything for little things like this. If I could just ship it out for free, I would do that, but I can't take that huge financial decline, unfortunately. If I could, I definitely would. Replay Undertale, stream it. It would be cool to see you playing it, and how hard it would be for you passing the pacifist round bosses. If I'm replaying Undertale, I'm doing the genocide route. I'm killing everything. That was my whole passion of Undertale. Was just killing everything. My whole like mindset was like, oh, this character's annoying. Oh, but think of the profit. Think of the oil. I'm underneath the fucking world. I can do so much. I'm the only one that knows about it. It's just like I know that's bizarre, and like obviously that's not an option in the game. But like it's that own kind of passion where it's like, oh my god, think of the industry, think of the oil. I'm like, if I kill everything, then I can profit on the remains, and just like stuff like that. But the game itself was really fun to play, with the game closing at the end there, and Flowery just being bizarre. I'll definitely that's a fun idea that maybe sometime this summer I'll do more streaming gaming. That's a really nice one idea. I think the last game I really ever streamed to you all was... Oh, I did do a lot of... God, I need to blow my nose. I did a lot of Wii U stuff not too long ago, and then I did the Portal Streamathon. Let me blow my nose real quick. I'll reach in a second. Okay. Getting prosthetics, sir, and I am struggling. Wheelchair, best option, because apparently I fucking forgot how to walk. Makes sense, yeah. I mean, at least now you can, like, pick your own height, I guess. If you do that, the Sans Plus, you'd have to... If you do that, the Sans Plus would have to kill you on your sleep. I probably almost would have had Genocide Route 2 if it wasn't because I spared, like, one boss. I loved Muffet. I don't know why I had such a passion with that spider, but I killed her twice. I killed her, tried to spare her, and then she goes, "Oh, well, my spiders are telling me that you're actually chill and it's another person. So let's just wrap this up." And I kill her. And then she dies. And then the little spider crawls up where she died and throws her a flower. And I'm like, "Oh, well now I feel bad." So I went back to my save and then killed her again, but just spared her so that the spiders would be happy. I don't know. That's just claims that I'm a softie. But now knowing that, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not doing that again. Everything's gonna die. Think of the oil type shit. Um, Gotta go to sleep in a bit because I have school tomorrow. Yeah, it was not the brightest idea to do this on a Wednesday. But I don't know if I'll be able to do this Friday. That's the plan. I want to try and get another 100 tanks out and just have a day with you all. Um, I don't know what was the one stream where we did like however many. I want to say we did 300, but I could be wrong. Was it 300 with that one stream? Where that like split them to three different parts? That was crazy. But yeah, I understand. We'll pick up another day for sure. What do you mean oil? You're definitely American. That's the passion that I had. I loved the game so much because I had my own fantasy in it. And I feel like that's kind of the perfect way to play games. Cause like you're influenced in your own way. And to play such a story specific game, yet you think you can do so much more. And that's kind of like the inside joke that you have with yourself. That's what kept me motivated. I also like to tell my friends, like, guys, I'm gonna kill everything. I hate this sheep lady. I hate this doctor. I hate this gay robot. Let's just kill it. Think of the oil. Think of the profit. And they go like, dude, you're evil. Like, you're like the one slayer. And I'm like, yeah. Lollipop, go. It's fine. Sleepy, honestly. I'm like the best out of it. Wish you had the best luck in life. Remember, God loves you. Prosthetics. At least you have a good. At least you have a good attitude about it. Because truthfully, I mean, it takes a lot in a human being to go that far in life to get to prosthetics and walk in prosthetics. There's very few people I know that can do that. And some of them just have one. So I could imagine, there's a few influencers out there that has two fake legs. And I can really take a lot for the human body to try and to work with that kind of technology. But like when you do that, you almost become an idol. Like that could be your own kind of thing to, I don't want to say profit off of, but like to build your own community on, Because Meg, I mean, you like talking about your legs. I'll say that much. Because you do bring it up quite often, which is fine. I love talking about it. I don't love talking about your injury. I mean, it is a passionate story that you have, and if you talk more about it to an audience that can also find it interesting, that can really help you get to a point in life. I would recommend that if you haven't yet, for sure. Because like I said, I fucking forgot how to walk. Step by step, you will eventually remember how to walk. Yeah. It's like riding a bike. Where is my other super glue? That is one other thing. If I am going to print any more tanks, pardon me, I'd have to probably buy more super glue, which is fine actually. I think I gotta stop by Home Depot anyway. so I can probably get more of this stuff. From the Fetcher Stirring, been a while since I've seen you on YouTube. Yes, it's been a while. I have definitely taken a break. The whole tank situation has definitely worn me out, but step by step, I'm trying to get back on there. I'm not trying to reference a bag, but yeah, I'm back, and we're doing this. We got over 200 tanks left to make, plus however many much we need to catch up to Josh and pass him. And this was a goal I made for myself. And I'm not going to let that goal fade. So with my utmost heart and kindness and passion, we tanks are back, everybody. Make it official. I was actually talking to my friend recently about how much cost and time I've put into this project. We're a solid, like, 500-ish bucks into it with, like, labor and filament and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. Excluding the actual cost of the printer. If we were adding the cost of the printer itself, not getting the new one, just the printer in general, it'd be close to $1,000. But I'm kind of excluding that since that's kind of its own thing. Something you're interested in Pokemon or something else? Hold on, I'm trying to catch up here. And honestly, it adds personality. Child labor. I know you're experimenting on some content. I think you should research more. I don't know. The 3D printing, something you'd be interested in, Pokemon, something else. I see. I have a not nice joke. If you want to hear it, go ahead. No swear words or anything. I swear, it's fine. I usually try and keep my streams limited, but profanity is allowed. It doesn't matter. And with my friends, I've had fun rolling around in the halls. My real chair, so it's a win-win. Nice. Good for you, Meg. Ugh. My nose is so stuffed. So yeah, with future content ideas, I don't know what's gonna happen in the future. It'll definitely be something I'd have to play tune by ear. And maybe something might happen one day. We don't know. But I want to do something that I'm passionate in for sure. And right now I'm in a stage of life where I need to prioritize more important things instead of the fun things, unfortunately. My car is a 1988 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. It was my grandma's car. It was my grandma's car when she bought it new back in the 80s. And it's awesome. It's the coolest car you'll ever see, in fine condition. And I love it. It's definitely something I'm passionate about, which is maybe something a future content reference would be a fun idea. Like this is day so-and-so of telling something new about my car until Cadillac decides to refurbish it for me or whatever. But my point is saying that is that if I'm going to do something, it's going to be something I'm financially already investing in and personally invested in. And that's the current situation. I'm trying to get its AC working again. We thought we had it working last winter. Turns out Um, we didn't, and there's a Freon leak. Freon is what makes the coldness in the system flow, and by this summer we found out that all of that Freon is gone, and it leaked out somewhere, and it's gone. Obviously we can't put it back in the system. So that's something I'm kind of wanting to experiment with. I think showing you all my Cadillac would be fun. I'd have to figure out the whole license plate situation. Because I don't want to expose myself like that. But, I might experiment it on just Instagram, maybe YouTube Shorts. I don't know. But that is a car that I'm already financially investing in, both purposely and overall funly, I guess. And this is kind of like a side project that I've been doing for fun. And again, I'm at that point of age where fun costs money. Money that I have to make. And money I can't make so fast. Which is okay. That's life. And I'm just trying to take one step at a time and power through my shifts to be able to work up the money to have fun and to entertain you all. And that is my goal as a YouTuber. POV. The way bro looks at me, I say, oh, these dudes, they're villagers, after showing him the kids in my basement. Crazy. Oh, I see. Is it like a crochet purse, or what kind of purse is it? Because autism. Dude, my dad has a 1965 Galaxy from my grandpa. That's sick. Been working on it for like 2 years now. Yeah, we got my Cadillac. I say mine. It's currently in the name of my dad, but I drive it around to school every day. It's a hot car. It is an amazing car. And it's my first. It's my first car, and it needs to it needs to work, because I can invest all this money into something else, or I can invest this money into a car I'm passionate in, and I was passionate about this Cadillac of the summer of 2024, 2023, something like that. It was my first year of. It was my first. I was in my first job, and after that summer, I had enough money saved up for my first car, and we're at my grandma's house one day for probably like the 100th time in my life, and I've seen this car ever since I was born, but I never thought anything twice about it until I started really liking all this old stuff. And when I started liking this old stuff, I came into the passion of liking old cars. And when I saw the Cadillac, I'm like, Dad, what would it take to get this car running again? And that was a whole rabbit hole we went down for maybe a year and a half. We got my family mechanic who's been working on that car on and off ever since my grandma bought it new. That guy's in his 60s, and he's still doing his passion of fixing cars. Yeah, he got it running, and now I got a kick-ass car. So there we go. Gotta go. See you next one. Sleepy signing off. Good night. Adios, man. Thanks for tuning in. It's hard to sew purse from some old jeans, barely cutting out the pieces. That's still neat though, because autism is crazy though. I don't think I'm autistic, but here I am. That was a terrible segue. I'm not trying to insult you. I don't think I'm autistic, but here I am making over like 1,000 tanks, so maybe we're all a little bit autistic. I don't know. Sorry if that's offensive. I'm just being me. which is also a bad excuse, but I don't know. But I want to get through these last, what, maybe 5, 10, 11 tanks, and we'll probably actually fix the printer in the stream too, just to get it out of the way. We'll clean it off and do the whole process, and then hopefully this thing will print another 50 bodies tomorrow, and we'll start printing more treads and hoses and all that nice stuff, and we'll get the tanks rolling again. We'll probably just do. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself, because when I did 300 tanks, I was done for, I want to say, close to maybe a month. And I really burnt myself out. So maybe like 100 tanks a week would be my goal, just for me. And because it will probably take me close to a week just to be able to get everything built and glued and all that good stuff. So it'll definitely be a process that I can spend a week on. Buddy, I am a disaster of medical issues. And that's fine, because everyone gets a little bit of tism, and amen. Appreciate it then. My keyboard teacher is very funny like that, because she goes, I think I asked her, like, dude, are you autistic? And she goes, probably. And then I'm like, huh? And she goes, yeah, we're all a little bit autistic. She and I like to joke like that. She's a great teacher. I don't know where I would be without her, to be honest. Yes, I play keyboard. It's actually right next to me. But I am ready to hopefully get my car fixed this Friday, and to hopefully be able to spend more time with all this with all of you. Worst case scenario, takes me a few extra weeks. And so what? You know? It might not be the worst idea of having these streams kind of split up between a few weeks or so. And that's okay, because I'm doing my best. My throat is so sore from talking. I really need to get back on my cold meds, but we're out. So I'll probably just take an allergy pill before I go to bed. From Savage and Esgen, hey bestie, you missed me? Said hi. Yeah, Savage. Welcome back, I guess. We're just making on the tail end of the stream here. Also, on a completely different note, I printed this Totem of Undying not too long ago. It's like a little keychain. There's 2 parts. I need to, like, finish this too, because honestly, I really want to make this a keychain, but also I feel like if I put this on my keys, it's going to be poking myself in my pocket, and it's going to be extremely uncomfortable, and I don't know if I want to deal with that. We tanks for the win, for sure. I'm not going to try super gluing it. We'll do a little dab. We'll get it done. It's not too bad. A little off-center. That's okay. little keychain. Whoa. All right, back to the stream. I support my bestie. Let me go. Take my meds. I'll return shortly. Okay. Let's finish these tanks. Savage, why weren't you here sooner, man? Come on. Thought you were a supporter. I don't think I can trust you anymore as a Wii Tank supporter. No, but I do like these streams. They are definitely a fun way to regroup with the community. And if I do it on like a Friday night, I feel like I'll be able to get a good amount of attention. That or like a Saturday night. Especially with my new work schedule, I don't see why I don't stream more, honestly. My God. Guys, my throat is killing me. I'm gonna sleep so well tonight. Felt like you were live, and I was like, hold up, my bestie is live. I returned my meds taken, and I'm not lightheaded anymore. Let's go. Yay. Got to pick you on... What? Yay. Got to pick on you when you're live now. Hop, hop, hop. I guess. No, you'll be able to pick on me until we run out of either tanks to make or until we pass Josh and subscribers. Because either way, I guess I'm still be making tanks. But I'm cutting off tanks once I either run out of filament or once I pass Josh at 1,500. You know you miss me, Bessie. It's okay. You can admit it. It's nice to see you again. It's not nice to remember that you're a drug addict. How about that? Ooh, I just called you out in live, dude. Absolutely not, best dude. Prof, not cool, actually. Whap, whap. That's a noit anymore. Uh-huh. You said that last time. Dude, my dad took my sewing box and I cannot find the thread color I need. Bro. Dad. God, that fucker. First he leaves me for the milk, and now he misplaced my sewing box. I've gotten a real motion down for these tanks, though. Have you ever thought about coping without drugs? Whoa. I don't know. In my opinion, I get it that some people think they need drugs to be able to fit in or calm down in a situation. But I don't think you should ever find a way, a cheap way, to be able to impressionize your feelings just to try and get a rise or have help coping. That's something you need to figure out on your own to become a more well-rounded person. And if you rely on drugs, especially in, you know, the growing phase, that can really affect you and your health in the long run. Yeah, lots of going on. Go with, actually, I haven't, not gonna lie. I agree with you 1000%. If you agree with me, then stop doing it. I see the bong through the screen right now. All right. We are done with tanks. We have a few straws left over. Do we have a place where it could be? Let's go ahead and do maintenance on the printer, and then we'll call it there. Let's see, I gotta unplug my phone. I'm probably going to do a calibration check on this thing too. Which is going to take like 30 minutes. Okay, I'll throw my vape. I'll throw my vape in the... Bro, you didn't even finish the sentence. That's how high you are. Okay. Well, here's a fun quick tutorial on how to re-lubricate your Bambu Labs A130 printer. I think. Let me go to the site real quick. Hopefully this... Okay, we are still live. So, we take lubricant, Bambu lubricant. We also have these like little Y-axis other pads, but I don't think we'll use those. I think we'll just try and make do with what we have here. There's also some grease on this already. We can probably reuse. Yeah, so we'll, I guess, just dab this along. Just like so. Can you guys see that? You can barely see that. Okay. And then just go back and forth. Evenly distribute the lube. That's doing its thing, isn't it? I hope so. Is there such thing as too much lube? Let's do like a few more dabs. I'll try and use some of the old stuff. How to break an A1 3D printer. Thank you for liking the stream. Beautiful. All right, I think that's good. We'll put this back on. We'll do calibration test. Come on. There you go. turn this thing back on. Had to show my support. Come on. Done. Alright, let's go to settings. Oh, I don't know if I can show that. Okay. Maintenance, calibration. All right, 30-minute calibration. Ooh. There's a little filament in there. All right. And we'll leave that to do its thing, its own time. I don't know if that little bit of filament is going to break anything. Probably try and clear it out. Okay, well, I think that's good. I don't necessarily know how else this thing would need maintenance, so we'll see what goes on. This will be done in 30 minutes. I don't know if I'll be able to get to printing tonight, but we'll have, I mean, as we said, we're trying to get to 100. I can get 50 done in a day. So, I mean, even if we're just doing a stream with 50 tanks, it's not a big deal. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Adios.